Yeah, so we just experienced our very first earthquake ever. This morning, what was it, 4:20 in the morning?
It was about 4:20 in the morning. I like woke up out of a dead sleep because I heard something drop and then I felt something kind of like move and I thought maybe, I'm sorry, but I thought maybe you were having a seizure.
Yeah.
And so I woke up and I noticed it wasn't Charles, it was like the bed and the ground. And I heard stuff out front and I said, holy shit, Charles, wake up, wake up, wake up. I was like, holy crap, Charles, wake up, wake up, wake up. The whole ground was shaking, the whole house was shaking. You could hear it like around you.
It was like a rumble.
Yeah, you could hear it outside.
It was like the Ride earthquake.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap, Charles, wake up. I was freaking out. It ended up only lasting, like from when I woke up, it only lasted a little while. And then we walked out here and all this stuff was off the tree.
Yeah, I gotta show you this. I haven't really gone around the house too much, but when we woke up, what really scared us is that we heard the rumbling. So it was like equivalent if I was to take Allie.
I thought it was a mudslide, which
right, exactly.
It's been raining so much, so I thought it was a mudslide, and I was like, okay, that's really scary too because I know mudslides can be super dangerous. So I kind of assumed that maybe that's what it was, which I don't know. Neither one is really fun.
You know what the funniest thing is? My go-to was, oh crap, okay, this place is haunted. It wasn't, you know, maybe it was an earthquake. It wasn't maybe something else was going on, maybe more logical. It was, there was a freaking like haunted house or something like that.
It was scary.
It was, yeah, it was so scary. It was like equivalent if I were to go up to somebody and start shaking them and just start shaking them, but instead of the person, you just take a house and you're just starting to shake the house. All I see is various things right here. But this is also why I thought, okay, this place is haunted because it shook and then all of a sudden you kept hearing these little dum, 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 like this noise. We kept hearing. So we heard that how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different times. So obviously we're a little taken back on that. Let me show you just so you don't think I'm making this up. There's actually on the news. That was the other thing is like when it happened, it was like 4:20 in the morning or 4:19 or something like that. 4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. We woke up and Allie was so scared, rightfully so. She's like, I can't go to bed yet. And she's like, can you please look it up? And at that time, nobody was like posting on it. I even looked on Twitter and Instagram, didn't see anything. But this morning, Allie woke me up and she's like, yep, it was an earthquake.
I'm looking at social media this morning like, wait, something woke me up. Yep. I thought it was the wind. I thought it was this. I thought it was that. Now they're realizing what it actually was.
It was, in fact, an earthquake. It happened in Tennessee, not Georgia, so that gives you an appreciation for
that's
how
true. So Tennessee, but we're like right there in Georgia. So we're like right there.
That's where it's centered, this area between Knoxville and
all right, here's the craziest part. You see it says a 4.4 right there? Like she said, usually it's a 2.2, and I think the highest on record in this area, not the highest record, obviously, in earthquake world, was a 4.7, and we just had a 4.4, and it was like 30 or 40 minutes away. Obviously, we found out that we're kind of on a fault line. Honestly, I just learned something new, and I don't want to say I learned it the hard way because it wasn't, nothing really happened too much or anything, but it's like light bulbs kind of fell. And then I'll just show you a little bit of tree branches. I know it sounds stupid, but that fell. A couple little branches over here. So it's nothing too crazy, but at the same time, not exactly something I was expecting to ever experience, at least on the East Coast like that. And when we looked it up too, we saw that there was an earthquake, because there's other earthquakes I think that happened on the same day, last night or this morning. And I think there was one in New Zealand, but that one was like a 7.1, and that was a direct one. I think it was New Zealand. It was somewhere around that area. If that was like a 4.4, 30 or 40 minutes away, I can only imagine what a 7.1 or 7 point something direct hit like that. That was incredible. I've always said it'd be interesting to experience like an earthquake because I've, you know, experienced pretty much everything else, but I don't think I like that. Well, yeah, I didn't want to experience it, but I was also very interested, I should say. On that note, we're getting the heck out of here and going home. Where Florida's just gonna sink and float away. I'd rather just be on that little boat floating away than shaking down. Oh, look what I found. Okay, well it doesn't work, so that wouldn't really have mattered. Oh, that would have been nice. All right, we gotta dummy check everything. Nothing's plugged in, cabin life. So far so good. We need you. You gotta look under the bed. Feel like this is like a, all right, there's no monsters, there's nothing else. Okay, we're good. Anything else? Oh, there's our moose. Nothing here. And there's our moose again. You trying to find out what was up there last night? Little things over there fell too, and a little bit more branches on there. Nothing too crazy. I'm expecting something kind of crazy to happen. Goodbye frost slash ice slash not snow.
It's 29 degrees.
Is it 29?
It's 28. It actually didn't really bother me that much this morning.
When it's like 50 something degrees or even 40 degrees in Florida, it feels so much worse. I think it's because of the humidity and the wind. Right now there's no wind and obviously there's no humidity. Time to go home. Sick of the woods. Sick of the woods. You don't know what movie that's from?
No.
Internet. What movie is that from? I'm not gonna tell you. You're just
Sick of the woods?
Sick of the woods. You go like, sick of the woods. Come on. Sick of the woods. Somebody's got to know what that is. And if you know without having to search, you're my new best friend. We got our casualty of the trip. A rock flew up and hit the windshield. What looks to be very, very hard.
I have been on edge lately, let me tell you what.
Yeah, it hit, and Allie, I don't think, screamed louder than I've ever heard.
Sorry, it scared me. Well, we had the creepy creature, we had an earthquake,
and now
that.
this.
I'm like, my gosh, give me a bone here.
Yeah, it's been an interesting
My
trip.
heart has skipped a beat way too many times this past 3 days.
The earthquake still is the taker. Although, just imagine if you didn't have a windshield though, that would go right through you.
Thanks, honey.
I would have got right. Actually, I probably would have hit this and then buncled right
Then it
through
would
you.
have hit my head.
Yeah, right through you then.
Then I would have been.
So I get to call my insurance company because in the state of Florida, they fix that for free, thankfully.
You're the best.
The only time I'll ever say thank you to insurance companies.
Because you pretty much take every ounce of money that I have and my husband has, so.
Trust me,
Thanks.
they already know. We are finally in Florida, and I've been so completely out of it. Allie, I think, is completely half dead. I'm gonna actually switch and probably, it's like, I'm gonna drive, but I'm literally gonna just finish the last couple hours, maybe an hour and a half. How much time do we have? Yeah, I think it's like an hour and a half. It's 3 o'clock, so 5:30.
So it's
Two and a half hours. I can count. We already know that. I keep bringing out the camera and then I'm just like, ugh, I am so tired. Right, D? Poor D's been trying so hard to sit down, but he's been very polite to Zoe. You're being really good. You ready to be home? Had to stop at this gas station and I'm not even kidding. They have a guard chicken just chilling there. What's up, chicken? I had to basically ask permission to get through. Only in Florida, guys. Florida, man. Gotta love it. That's the first sign that says Tampa. And we're home. And slowly unpacking everything. Everyone's pretty stoked to being home. I'm pretty stoked. We come home and Rika just comes right after us. Luna did.
Luna ran right up to me, actually.
She ran right to you?
Yeah. I picked her up and then she's like,
Oh my god, it's good to not be in a car anymore. Where are you, Kat? I see you. Were you good? No, you're probably bad, weren't you? Rika, out of the tree. Home for 3 seconds, Kat's in the tree. I'm so tired. Worst part is I don't really get to rest because tomorrow I have an MRI, like the 3-month checkup, and always the night before I always have like not a panic attack, but just like an anxiety-ridden evening. So I don't think I can relax and rest because I hate those things too much. You know I hate them so much. They're so nerve-wracking. I always say this every 3 months. I always know everything's good. It's just that annoyance of how it it's mainly the MRI, sitting in the MRI and all encapsulated. I think I've developed anxiety and I think I've developed claustrophobia because of these two things. Going every 3 months and going in a stupid MRI machine. I feel like that's exactly what happened. Is I didn't have either one of those things. They would always say, do you have a fear of like small places or do you have claustrophobia? And I always would just check no. But now, as I keep doing this, I'm starting to check yes. But whatever, if it keeps me safe and healthy, I guess I'll deal with it. Sup, Reek? Slowly we're getting our trust back. Not too close. Got your tail. What do you got there, Reek? She literally just brought that from underneath the tree. Now she doesn't want to do it. What's up with your face? Allie, you should see this face. I don't know why it's so scrunched up.
What? Hey, Crunchy.
Before I say goodnight, I actually am curious because today was a little weird as far as waking up to an earthquake. It might not seem like kind of crazy for anyone else that might have gone through them before, but to me, that was the strangest, most intriguing thing that I think I've ever been. To have like the earth like that shake is like, when I think about it now, it still blows my mind. It's just mind-boggling. I don't know why, but for some reason it seems like the craziest of all, like, I hate saying this, like the natural disasters. It's so crazy to think about, and that's probably me going way down the rabbit hole or something. Long story short, I'm just curious if you guys have ever experienced one of those things. If you did, I hope everyone is okay. I hope you're fine and stuff like that, but I'm just curious. I'm sure there's people like in California that's been watching these videos, but I'm curious. I am gonna go to bed because I have this MRI thing tomorrow, and the anxiety is starting to build up a little bit more since the last time I filmed that clip a few hours ago. It was a beautiful, beautiful trip, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's nice to go on trips, but it's also nice to be home. It's kind of like tour. Every time I go on tour, I'm always really stoked, and then, you know, halfway through the tour, I'm like, oh, I gotta go home. And then when I'm home, like, I don't wanna go back on tour. It's the same thing. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.